Hey everyone, welcome to Check Me. Today we are covering Kylar Murray and just kind of following up on his post game interview and his rant with Cliff Kingsbury, the Texas Tech legend. I mainly came on here because I've been critical of Kylar Murray over the past 2 years, especially with him passing the ball, just him being too big game. When I say big game in the passing game. What I mean is not throwing his check down. He kind of has the same issue that Carson Wentz has. He wants to push the ball downfield and not take what the defense is giving him, and it hurts him in a lot of situations. But for a guy who just signed a 5-year, $230 million contract, he's been very marginal. He's 25. They gave him a 5-year, $230 contract extension. He's 25, 27, and 1 in his career. He has been to the playoffs one time. They have one playoff loss, and he really hasn't done much. And they got the team, were they 3-4 this year? He really hasn't done much. And what happens in these situations is we start thinking it's you get into a quarterback, you buy into a quarterback, and you start thinking it's everyone around the quarterback, and then you start putting these pieces together, and then you realize, hey, it's not the quarterback. I mean, it's not everyone else. It's actually the quarterback. And that situation with Kylar Murray, I don't care who you are or how you operate. You don't yell at your coach like that. And if you do yell at your coach or whatever the situation is, whatever type of relationship you have, you don't get in the post-game interview and say your coach needed to chill out. Like, that type of demeanor that Kylar Murray carries is why there was some kind of mumbling in the locker room as far as how he operates. And whether you're a quiet guy, etc., you lead by example, whatever it is, how you lead, you still got to respect the people around you. That's going to be an issue. I think that's going to be exploited here in the future. That's not how you communicate with your coach. And I know Cliff Kingsbury, understands that his job is on the line as well too. But he also understands that, this is the franchise quarterback that they have, and for him to start over, Cliff Kingsbury to start over with Kylar Murray, another quarterback is nearly impossible. They'll get rid of him and say, hey, work with Kylar. And then if that doesn't work, then they'll get rid of Kylar or the next coach, and probably the coach as well too. That's how the NFL works. So what can easily happen, like I mentioned right here, what could happen is Kylar Murray is himself, and they don't make the playoffs. They get rid of Cliff Kingsbury. They bring another coach who's pretty much on a 1-year audition with Kylar Murray. If that doesn't work out, they ship the coach and the quarterback out with them and bring a whole pretty much new team in to rebuild. Hopkins might not even make it throughout the whole year if he's not getting, after after he was arrogant about him being the best player in the league. What happened? He had a weak season, and then he got injured, had a weak season, and then he was on PEDs. Like, these guys need to stay humble. But with Kylar Murray, it's not a boastly, outwardly arrogance. It's a very, very, very calm, cool, collected arrogance that he has. And he needs to check himself before it gets worse. So I hope Kylar gets it straight after the marginal play. I've broken him down several times on Twitter, and just him not throwing the ball downfield. But that type of demeanor, that type of approach with the coach, you don't get in the post-game interview and then kind of double down how you felt. Like, hey, look, I shouldn't have yelled. That's my coach. Even though we have a relationship like that, I shouldn't have yelled. That's the type of remorse that people should see from the team. What they saw was someone getting up there and just continuing their arrogant demeanor. So get it together, Kylar. I'm rooting for you. Just get it together, man.